right, we're going to take a minute to go ahead and put this reference page into your math journal. So you're going to need to track down one of these and then cut it up a bit. Okay, so you're cutting the ruler off. You don't need that. You have to find a real ruler in the world. Okay, so before I glue this in, I want to make some notes on here. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to color in the P in perimeter. Okay. Ooh, now it just says perimeter. Maybe I should have used like a light color, like a yellow. Anyway, so why did I do that? Because this P is right here. Okay, perimeter. So these two formulas talk about perimeter. Okay, the S right here stands for side. Okay, so for a square, perimeter equals 4 times a side, okay? Like just one side of the square, okay? So if you have a square that is 2 inches on each side, the perimeter would be 4 times 2, because perimeter is all the way around and each side's the same. So 2, 4, 6, 8, okay? So I just want you to have kind of little, examples here. Okay. Here, perimeter equals 2L plus 2W, and that's going to be length and width. Okay, so that's saying for a rectangle, perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, and we're going to draw like a little sample rectangle here. We'll do 2 inches and 4 inches. Okay, so perimeter equals 2 times the length, which would be 4, plus 2 times the width, which would be 2. And so we do the multiplication first. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 times 2 is 4, so that would be 12 inches. Okay, because again, perimeter is all the way around. So 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus another 4 would be 8, plus another 4 would be 12. Okay, perimeter is adding up all 4 sides. Okay, and these are just 2 ways to add up all 4 sides. Okay, so add all sides. Okay. Not just your 2 favorite. The perimeter of this rectangle is not 6 because 2 plus 4 is 6. It's 12 because all the sides add up to 12. Okay. This one, and I did realize a yellow would probably be better, so I'm coloring the A in area with a yellow, okay, because that's what this A stands for, and this one as well. Okay. So all of these are different ways to find the area. Okay, and really, when you find the area, you are just going to multiply the 2 sides. Okay, so here with a square, area equals S times S. It's saying side times side, and that's because so area equals side times side, because on a square, this will be a 3-inch square, you multiply the 2 sides. Well, if this side's 3 inches, then so is this side. So 3 times 3 equals 9, and area is in square inches. Okay, 9 square inches. Okay. For a rectangle, area equals length times width, or base times height. Okay, so length times width or base times height. And that's because when you are dealing with rectangles, and we'll do 2 inches and 4 inches again, okay, you could call this down here the width, or you could call it the base. You could call this the length or the height. I mean, you could turn it to the side and call this the base and this the height. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's just the 2 sides, okay? Multiply 2 sides. So the area of this rectangle, whether you call it length and width or base and height, is 2 times 4, which is 8 square inches. Okay? Volume. Okay. V for volume. V for volume. Okay? So all of these are formulas for figuring out volume. Okay? And I left myself some room down here because really, perimeter and area you've been learning about since 3rd grade. The volume is the part that's really kind of new. So we're going to color or draw a couple of things down here. First, I'm going to draw a cube. Okay? And I'm going to draw it slowly because cubes are fun to draw and I want you to learn how to draw them. So you draw one square and then you draw another square just a little bit off of it. Okay? Make sure you've got those two. And see this corner and this corner, the two top corners? Okay, connect them. You're seeing it now, aren't you? Whoa. This corner and this corner, connect them. This one and this one, connect them. And then this one and this one, connect them. You now have a cube. Okay? And the volume of a cube is volume equals side times side times side. Okay? And that is because to find the volume, you multiply the 3 sides. And on a cube, all of the sides are the same. So I'm going to say that this cube is a 4-inch cube. That means this is 4 inches, this is 4 inches, and this is 4 inches. So the volume of this cube is 4 times 4 times 4. Now, what is 4 times 4? 16. Okay, 16 times 4 is 64. So 64, and then this is measured in cubic inches. Okay? Now, we're going to do our rectangular prism. And this one has 2 formulas, and I hope by now you've seen a video talking about big B or little b. If you haven't, you're going to need to do that one either your very next video, or you might want to just pause and go do that one now. But we are going to draw a rectangular prism, much like we drew the cube. Okay, rectangle, and then rectangle. Okay, drew them just a little bit off from each other, and then you connect the corners. All right. So we're going to say this is going to be 3 inches. This will be 2 inches, and this will be 5 inches here. Okay? So, the volume could be length times width times height. Okay, that's what L, W, and H stand for. Okay, so in the case of this one, the volume equals length, and I guess the length would be the 3 here. Width would be 2, and height would be 5. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 5, so volume would be 30 cubic inches. Okay, so that's one way to find the volume of this rectangular prism. Big BH, that says volume equals area of the base, that's what big B is, times the height. Okay, area of the base times height. Okay, well, the area of the base would be this right here. Okay, so I'm going to color that in nicely. That would be the area of the base. The area of the base, you find area, okay, by doing, where is it, length times width, right? So the area of the base, the big B, okay, is length times width. Okay, so what did we say? The length was 3. Okay, so big B equals 3 times 2. Okay, so big B equals 6. Okay, 6 square inches. Okay, now the volume then, volume equals big B, which is 6, times the height, which is 5. So the volume equals 30 cubic inches. Okay, which would be exactly what I said over here, right? Because, and here's where I'm happy I used a yellow, okay, big B was 3 times 2, right? Well, check this out. You had 3 times 2 over here, okay? So big B equals length times width. So length times width, right here, is big B. So really both of these are saying the same thing. It's just, do you already have the area of the base or you don't? Okay, so that is a ton of information right there. But you should be able to use this chart, and I hope you have even more information on this chart. And I do want this chart glued into the back of your math journal. So before you do anything else, just take a minute, stop, and glue this chart, which is now full of information, onto the back of your math journal. Okay, so there you go.